For Isiah, but for us, we got to play on, gave us another chance because we lost that game. They probably would have beat us that year.
He says, okay, I turn around and I see DJ, the clock and everything. Now I'm looking at him and he's standing on, this is the out of bounds line. And this dude like on his damn toe.
Like Michael Jackson.
Yeah. And in my mind, I'm like saying, please fall, please step out of bounds, step out of bounds. And it felt like he hovered there on his toes for about 5 seconds. That was a great play. But what we learned from that.
And timeout.
That's it.
Call timeout in 48 minutes. After that,
it's always 48 minutes.
You start hearing us 48 minutes every play.
After that tough 7-game series, Rodman had comments.
Yes.
About Larry Legend. And then they come to you.
Yeah.
And you had comments.
Very, very good basketball player. I think he's an exceptional talent. But I'd have to agree with Rodman. If he was black, he'd be just another good guy.
Yeah, so here's the thing, right? Game 7, I think Larry has like a triple-double, he torched Rodman, right? So Rodman's all upset, and anybody who knows Rodman,
emotional,
right? So they get him the mic, and he says what he says, right? So then they come to me, and I kind of sarcastically if and I kind of echoed, and so that comment went out. Now here's the beauty of it. Larry, you had my career right in the palm of your hands. Had you handled that press conference differently, you could have just but this is what this man said.
If the statements or whatever was said doesn't bother me, I don't think it should bother any of us. But I just feel sorry for Isiah because, just walking in this room and seeing everybody, it must have touched a lot of people. But if Isiah tells me that it was a joking matter, I think we should leave it at that.
Now, the media at that time, they kept playing it on. Right. And that's where it went. But Larry did us a huge.
Do you understand that moment that he's talking about?
Come on, Reggie. We've been in locker rooms, tough losses. Competition sometimes brings the best out of you and the worst. Mm-hmm. There's sometimes after games, I feel like saying things too. All right. Isiah was a great basketball player. He had a big career ahead of him. Damage his career by saying something I didn't mean. He didn't need that in his life. I didn't need it. I was going to go to finals. I'm doing a press conference, a packed place, and they're trying to push this thing to another level. Get out of here. I ain't got time.
I got to get ready for Worthy and Magic.
Because if it meant something, I would have said it. Mm-hmm. But it meant nothing to me.
Finally, after going head-to-head against the Celtics, you guys finally won at 88.
We still don't believe we beat them.
Yeah.
Hail to the new Eastern Conference Kings, the Detroit Pistons finally. 31 years it took them. McHale and Thomas. What a picture that is. Good luck against the Lakers, I'm sure, is what McHale is telling the Pistons.
So 88, Game 5 in the Garden. My Game 5 the previous year was a disaster.
Right.
Game 5, I'm coming back, and I'm like, okay, I got to win this game. We got to win this game. When we was finally winning and they were exiting the floor, I still couldn't believe,
we just beat Larry Bird and the Celtics.
And that was a beautiful moment, for us. And I hope that as champions, we went on and, honored the way that we have been taught how to play. The admiration that we all have for you, Larry, you inspired a lot of us, not only with your play, but the courage you had, to fight for, what you wanted, in terms of winning and trying to win. And you were slaying the giants, the real giants.
I said, right? One thing I have that a lot of people don't have, there's a lot of players that have it. I had the ability to play every night. I brought it every night.
Yeah.
I had a good understanding that Celtics paid me to win basketball. And it was my job to win basketball. So every time I walked out there, I felt I had to win to make them happy. Mm-hmm. And the one thing I can say of everything I'd done was I gave it my all. You know, I paid the price with a lot of injuries I had, but I laid on the line every night, practice, playing, and it made me better. And plus, I was playing against the world's best. That's what it's all about.
Torching the world. If Torch was a person, Big Bird.
One of the great computers of all time,
Indiana basketball legend.
Reggie Miller.
A prime time show.
It doesn't get better than that. That, in a nutshell, is Indiana basketball.
He has helped lead Indiana into the playoffs yet again.
What a marvelous performance by the Pacers, but they come up 5 points short.
Took him 13 NBA seasons to get to the finals.
Reggie Miller not able to do it.
I gotta apologize to both of you guys because you guys are used to excellence, but more importantly, you guys are both used to winning. And I personally, as being ahead of the snake, didn't deliver that for you, as you guys were both of you guys were my coaches. And I know it's a team game, but for Larry, when that was my team because I had my superpowers then. With you, I didn't necessarily have all my superpowers. We were transitioning. It was after the finals, and we were getting younger. So I just gotta say, I gotta apologize.
Yeah, right.
It was a lot of pressure playing for you guys.
I tell you though, Reggie, the years I was there, you had good teams.
We did.
You guys were good. And my whole thing then was to Rick Carlisle and Dick, I said, how do we convince these guys how good they are? He said, well, they'll wake up one day and realize it. I said, I think they know they're good, but these guys are championship good. And I don't think deep down you guys really thought you could win it. I thought you could.
You're in a game 7, every possession vital.
Jordan, 3 Pacers surround Michael, and a jump ball was called.
One timeout, and a jump ball was Jordan and Rick Smits. They wasn't lined up right. We could have stole the tap and went down and scored. And I said,
If we get that possession,
we get that
and
possession,
score 2,
then we run it out.
they went.